Hello everyone, I am Dr. Sudhir Dawra from the Department of IT, Tecnia Institute of Advanced Studies. Today I am going to present a lecture on computer input devices. Some of the important input devices which are used in a computer are keyboard, mouse, joystick, light pen, trackball, scanner, graphic tablet, microphone, magnetic ink card, reader, optical character reader, barcode reader, optical mark reader. Now we are discussing all the input devices one by one. Keyboard. Keyboard is the most common and very popular input device which helps to input data to the computer. The layout of the keyboard is like that of traditional typewriter, although there are some additional keys provided for performing additional functions. Now you can see the diagram of keyboard. Keyboards are of two sizes, 84 keys or 101, 102 keys. But now keyboards with 104 keys, 108 keys are also available for Windows and Internet. The keys on the keyboard are as follows. Which kind of keys are in keyboards? First one is typing keys. These keys include the letter keys and digit keys, that is A to Z, which generally give the same layout as that of typewriter. Means it has the same feature as was earlier typewriters. The second one is numeric pad. It is used to enter the numeric data or cursor movement. It is used for the movement of the cursors. Generally it consists of a set of 17 keys that are laid out in the same configuration used by most adding machines and calculators. The third one is function keys. The 12 function keys are present on the keyboard, which are arranged in a row at the top of the keyboard. You can see in the diagram of the keyboard that there are function keys. Each function key has a unique meaning and is used for some specific purpose. The function keys have specific functions. The last one is control keys. These keys provide cursor and screen control. It includes 4 directional arrow keys. Control keys also include home, end, insert, delete, page up, page down, control, alternate, escape. These all keys are known as function keys. Next one is special purpose keys. Keyboard also contains some special purpose keys. As you can see, there are some special keys available in the keyboard such as enter, shift, caps lock, num lock, space bar, tab and print screen. Now you will see what is the function of these keys. Like caps lock, if we want to type all the characters in a capital letters. If we want to open the numeric lock, space bar, if we want to give the space, tab and print screen, if we want to take the printout of the whole screen. What is the layout? We want to take the printout through the print screen. The next input device is mouse. Mouse is the most popular pointing device. As you all are aware, might be you all have seen the mouse at your home, in your office, you have used the mouse. Now we are discussing the second input device, that is mouse. It is a very famous cursor control device having a small palm size box with a round ball at its base. There is a small ball you can see at its base which senses that movement of the mouse and sends corresponding signals to the CPU when the mouse buttons are pressed. Generally it has 2 buttons. You have seen there, this is a mouse and it has 2 buttons. First button is on the left side and the next button is on the right side. You will see how it works. Generally it has 2 buttons called the left and the right button, and a wheel is present between the buttons. There is some wheel which is available between the right and left button. A mouse can be used to control the position of the cursor on the screen, but it cannot be used to enter text into the computer. It means you can control it, but you cannot enter the text. If you want to enter the text, then you have to use the keyboard. Now we discuss the advantages. What are the advantages of mouse? It is very easy to use. It is not very expensive. It moves the cursor faster than the arrow keys of the keyboard, as the same utility is available in the arrow keys of the keyboard, but mouse is much more faster than the keyboard arrow keys. The next input device which we are using, that is joystick. Now we are discussing about the joystick, how joystick works. Joystick is also a pointing device which is used to move the cursor position on a monitor screen. It is a stick having a spherical ball at its both lower and upper ends. The lower spherical ball moves in a socket. The joystick can be moved in all four directions. Now you can see the diagram of the joystick, how the joystick looks like. The function of the joystick is similar to that of a mouse. It is mainly used in computer-aided designing and playing computer games. You have seen so many people are playing computer games through the joystick. Joystick is just like a handling machine which gives the direction to its movement. The next input device is your light pen. What is the function of light pen? Light pen is an input device. Light pen is a pointing device similar to a normal pen. It is used to select a displayed menu item or draw pictures on the monitor screen. It consists of a photo cell and an optical system placed in a small tube. When the tip of a light pen is moved over the monitor screen and the pen button is pressed, its photo cell sensing element detects the screen location and sends the corresponding signal to the CPU. Now you can see again that is your light pen. You can see the diagram of light pen, how light pen works. Now we are discussing the next input device, that is trackball. Trackball is also an input device that is mostly used in notebook or laptop computer instead of a mouse. This is a ball which is a half inserted, and by moving fingers on the ball, the pointer can be moved. As you move your finger, the pointer can be moved. Now you can see the diagram of this. Since the whole device is not moved, trackball is smaller and it requires a very less space than a mouse. A trackball comes in various shapes like a ball, a button or a square. So we can say sometimes that trackball is a good option instead of mouse. The next your input device is scanner. What is the function of scanner? Scanner is an input device which works like a photocopy machine. You have seen the photocopy machine. We put the paper, we scan the paper, we take the photocopy of that document or image. The same way in scanner we can scan the document. We can preserve the document. It is used when some information is available on paper and it is to be transferred to hard disk of the computer for further manipulation or any changes, then we can use the scanner. As well as we can preserve the document for the future use through the scanner. Now you can see the diagram of scanner, how scanner looks. Scanner capture images from the source which are then converted into a digital form that can be stored on the disk. These images can be edited before they are printed. Before the printing, we can edit those images which are stored through the scanner. The next input device is digitizer. Digitizer is an input device which converts analog information into digital form. Digitizer can convert a signal from the television or camera into a series of numbers that could be stored in a computer. They can be used by the computer to create a picture of whatever the camera had been pointed at. You can see the diagram of digitizer, how digitizer works, how digitizer looks. At least you should know how digitizer looks. If you are using digitizer as an input device, you must aware how the digitizer look. Digitizer is also known as tablet or graphic tablet as it converts graphics and pictorial data into binary inputs. A graphic tablet as digitizer is used for fine works of drawings and image manipulation applications. So we can say digitizer is also used for the image manipulation. If you want to edit, if you want to manipulate the image, you can use the digitizer. The next input device is microphone. Microphone is an input device to input sound that is then stored in a digital form. You can see how the microphone looks like. Microphone is you can see the diagram of the microphone. The microphone is used for various applications such as adding sound to a multimedia presentation or for mixing music. Now we are coming to the next input device, that is magnetic ink card reader. Now we are discussing what is the task, what is the function of magnetic ink card reader. Magnetic ink card reader, or we can say MICR input device, is generally used in banks as there are large number of checks to be processed every day. The bank's code number and check number are printed on the checks with a special type of ink that contains particles of magnetic material that are machine readable. Now you can see the diagram of this MICR, magnetic ink character reader, how it recognizes. This reading process is called magnetic ink character recognition, MICR. The main advantage of MICR is that it is very fast and less error prone. The next input device is optical character reader. Sometimes we call it as OCR. OCR is an input device used to read a printed text. You can see the diagram of OCR, how OCR looks. Now we are discussing the working of the OCR, how OCR works like a input device. OCR scans the text optically character by character. Whatever document you give, it scans the whole document by character, converts them into a machine readable code and stores the text on the system memory. It stores the whole information in the system, and whenever you want to retrieve it, you can retrieve it, you can read it. That is the main benefit of the optical character reader. Now we are coming to the next input device, that is barcode reader. Barcode reader is a device used for reading barcoded data in the form of light and dark lines. You can see the dark lines read the barcode. Barcoded data is generally used in labeling goods, numbering the books. It may be a handheld scanner or may be embedded in a stationary scanner. Now you can see the diagram of barcode reader, how the barcode reader is working. You have visited malls, bookshops, where you can see whenever they are making the bill of the component of the goods you have purchased from the malls or shops, then they use the barcode reader. You can see the diagram of the barcode, and then you can recognize how the barcode reader works. Now barcode reader, how it works. Barcode reader scans a barcode image, converts it into a alphanumeric value, which is then fed to the computer that the barcode reader is connected to, and the whole information of the product is taken in the computer. Now we are coming to the next input device, that is optical mark reader. Sometimes it is known as OMR, optical mark reader. OMR is a special type of optical scanner used to recognize the type of mark made by pen or pencil. It is used where one out of a few alternatives is used to be selected and marked. You have seen in your examination, we use the optical mark reader, OMR sheets, where you have to mark through the pen or pencils, and it reads only the circles marked. It is specially used for checking the answer sheets of examinations having multiple choice questions. Following are some of the important input devices used in a computer, like monitors, graphic plotters, printers, and even you can see the sample sheet of OMR. Now we are discussing the monitors. Monitors, commonly called as visual display unit, VDU, are the main output device of a computer. It forms images from tiny dots called pixels that are arranged in a rectangular form. The sharpness of the image depends upon the number of pixels you are getting. There are two kinds of viewing screen used for monitors. First one is cathode ray tube. Sometimes we call it as CRT. Now I am again saying cathode ray tube. And the another one is flat panel display. Now we are discussing one by one. Firstly, that is cathode ray tube, CRT monitors. The CRT display is made up of small picture elements called pixels. The smaller the pixel, the better the image clarity or resolution. It takes more than one illuminated pixel to form a whole character, such as the letter E in the word help. Now you can see the earlier version of this cathode ray tube versions A finite number of characters can be displayed on a screen at once. The screen can be divided into a series of character boxes. Fixed location on the screen where a standard character can be placed. Most screens are capable of displaying 80 characters of data horizontally and 25 lines vertically. There are some disadvantages of CRT. We are discussing about the cathode ray tube. Now we are discussing some disadvantages of CRT also. That is large in size, high power consumption. Now we are coming to the next one, that is flat panel display monitor. How flat panel display monitor works? The flat panel display refers to a class of video devices that have reduced volume, weight and power requirement in comparison to the CRT. So we can say that flat panel display monitor is much better than CRT. You can hang them on walls or wear them on your wrists. Current uses of flat panel displays includes calculators, video games, monitors, laptop, computers and graphic display. Now you can see the diagram of this. The flat panel display is divided into two categories. Emissive displays. Emissive displays are devices that convert electrical energy into light. For example, plasma panel and LED, light emitting diodes. Second one is non-emissive displays. Non-emissive displays use optical effects to convert sunlight or light from some other sources into graphics patterns. For example, LCD, liquid crystal device. Now we are coming to another device, that is output device, that is printers. We have discussed input devices. Now we are discussing output devices. Printer is an output device which is used to print information on paper. There are two types of printers: impact printers, non-impact printers. Impact printers. Impact printers print the characters by striking them on the ribbon, which is then pressed on the paper. Now, characteristics of impact printers are the following. That is very low consumable cost, very noisy, useful for bulk printing due to low cost. That is used for bulk printing because its cost is very low. There is a physical contact with the paper to produce an image. These printers are of two types. First one is character printers. Second one is line printers. Now we should know what are character printers. Character printers are the printers which print one character at a time. These are further divided into two types: dot matrix printers or desi wheel. Dot matrix printers. In the market, one of the most popular printers is dot matrix printers because it is cheaper. These printers are popular because of their ease of printing and economical price. Each character printed is in the form of pattern of dots, and head consists of a matrix of pins of size 5 into 7, 7 into 9, 9 into 7 or 9 by 9, which come out to form a character, which is why it is called dot matrix printer. Now you can have a look how the dot matrix printer looks like. Now we are discussing the advantages. It is inexpensive, widely used. Other language characters can be printed. Now we are discussing the disadvantages of this printer. That is it has very slow speed, poor quality. Now we are discussing the another printer, that is desi wheel. Head is lying on a wheel and pins corresponding to characters are like petals of a desi flower, which is why it is called desi wheel printer. These printers are generally used for word processing in offices that requires a few letters to be sent here and there with very nice quality. Now you can have a look of these kinds of printers. What are the advantages of these printers? These printers are more reliable than DMP, have better quality. Fonts of characters can be easily changed. And the disadvantages of these kinds of printers are it is slower than DMP. It is very noisy, more expensive than DMP. Now the next one is line printers. Line printers prints only one line at a time. These are of two types: drum printers and chain printers. Now you have a look of these kind of printers. Now I am discussing these both printers, drum printer and chain printer, one by one. Firstly, we are discussing about the drum printers. This printer is like a drum in shape. Hence, it is called drum printer. The surface of the drum is divided into a number of tracks. Total tracks are equal to the size of the paper. That is, for a paper width of 132 characters, drum will have 132 tracks. A character set is embossed on the track. Different character sets available in the market are 48 character set, 64 and 96 character set. One rotation of drum prints one line. Drum printers are fast in speed and can print 300 to 2000 lines per minute. Now we are discussing the advantages of this kind of printer, that is very high speed. Disadvantages: very expensive. Characters, fonts cannot be changed in this kind of printer. Now we are discussing the chain printers. In this printer, a chain of character sets is used. Hence, it is called chain printers. A standard character set may have 48, 64 or 96 characters. What are the advantages of this kind of printers? Characters' fonts can easily be changed. Different languages can be used with the same printers. Disadvantages: what are the disadvantages of this kind of printers? These kind of printers are very noisy. Now we are discussing the non-impact printers. You have a look at non-impact printers. Non-impact printers print the characters without using the ribbon. These printers print a complete page at a time. Thus, they are also called as page printers. These printers are of two types: laser printers, inkjet printers. Now, what are the characteristics of non-impact printers? It is faster than impact printers. They are not noisy. They have very high quality. It supports many fonts and different character sizes. Now we are discussing the laser printers. These are non-impact page printers. They are laser lights to produce the dots needed to form the characters to be printed on a page. Now we are discussing the advantages of this printer. It has very high speed, very high quality output, good graphics quality, supports many fonts and different character sizes. What are the disadvantages of this kind of printer? It is very expensive. And now you can have a look of this printer. It cannot be used to produce multiple copies of a document in a single printing. Inkjet printers. Inkjet printers are non-impact character printers based on a relatively new technology. They print characters by spraying small drops of ink onto the paper. Inkjet printers produce high quality output with presentable features. It has much more better quality than the earlier previous version printers which we have discussed in this lecture. Now you can have a look of this inkjet printers. They make less noise because no hammering is done, and these have many styles of printing modes available. Color printing is also possible. You can take the color printout from this printer. Some models of inkjet printers can produce multiple copies of printing also. What are the advantages of this printer? High quality printing, more reliable. Now, what are the disadvantages of this kind of printers? It is expensive as the cost per page is higher than the previous printers which we have discussed. It is slow as compared to laser printer. Now I hope I have discussed the input technologies as well as printers types with you. Thank you.